Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking LMGs, and in particular the Golden Eagle MCR. Now, the purists among you may already be screaming at the channel, denoting this as simply an M4 and not in fact an LMG. And in terms of form factor, you're entirely right. This is an M4 platform with a box mag at its base, but it is actually based off of a real steel upgrade you can get for the AR-15, M4 and M16 family of weapons. And that upgrade is produced by a company called FightLite, who I believe are based in America. And for around $6,000, will sell you a brand new upper assembly along with barrel and handguard system. And essentially what that does is change your M4 into a lovely belt-fed gun. Now, Golden Eagle, like a couple of other companies like G&G and Krytac, have basically taken this principle and copied it. So Golden Eagle have adopted the MCR name as well in this case and offer you a rather well built M4 with a 2,500 round box mag on the bottom. Now, it's worth pointing out the box mag doesn't have to be used. You can use standard AR-15 mags. So there is a little bit of versatility when compared to real LMGs like the 249 or something like that. But speaking specifically in terms of airsoft, we're going to go through this gun from front to back so that you can have a better idea of potentially what sort of LMG you're picking up with the Golden Eagle. So starting at the front, we have a 14mm counterclockwise thread on the barrel. So, not that I can really see the point. You could run a suppressor or a tracer if you wanted. I suppose tracer's perhaps slightly more cooler for an LMG platform. This is the longer barreled variant. They do take off a couple of inches for the shorter one, although it's negligible as to whether you'd see any difference in terms of performance. It's worth noting that the Golden Eagles are actually predominantly metal in their construction. So aside from polymer pistol grip and polymer stock, and obviously the polymer box mag, the rest of the gun, tip to toe, is entirely metal in construction, which makes for arguably a pretty heavy M4. It's not something you're likely to want to run all day. It's gonna wear on you after a while. So going back to the front of the gun, we have this all metal handguard. It's quite nice. We've got M-lock systems in it. We've got QD points. Being all metal, I have found that the Picatinny rail suffers a little bit from being a little bit sharp. Now that's going to chafe your gloves a little bit if you're attempting to C-clamp this for a long period of time. Hence why I've gone for a vertical grip, which in the interest of looking a bit tactical, I've mounted horizontally. You don't get the ACOG, obviously, that's just something I've thrown on for effect. But the upper receiver can actually swing forward. It's attached to the belt at the minute, so I won't swing it too much further than that. That just allows the installation of the belt in the first place. There we go. And unfortunately, the Golden Eagles are not ambidextrous in their design. As you can see, we have no fire selector here, although we do have the box mag release. The stock is multi-positional and forms the only space for the battery in the gun as well. Fundamentally what you have is all this upper section here is the battery compartment, and has a small hole to feed the wiring down through into the buffer tube, where it connects obviously to the rest of the gun. To gain access to the battery compartment, you will need to remove 2 Allen key screws at the rear. Oh no, sorry, they're crosshead. I stand corrected. I'll correct myself on that one. 2 screws in the rear gains you access to the battery compartment. It's not the most difficult thing to get hold of, get into, and as I say, a good long length battery will serve you no problems in this at all. In terms of performance, the rate of fire is pretty good. Nothing to write home about. It's certainly not a DSG in disguise. And the actual range you get on these is surprisingly good. This will outrange your standard sort of G&G Combat Masters and that kind of thing. And may even give something like a, well, certainly it gives my Tokyo Marui 416 a bit of a run for its money in terms of range as well, although arguably not quite as good at grouping shots. But then you're not looking to group shots with an LMG, you're looking to lay down suppressive fire, and that is entirely what this thing is good at. That's been my review of the Golden Eagle MCR. Hopefully it's been of some use to you if you're looking to get something like the MCR or maybe the offering from G&G or Krytac. Certainly, if you can get hold of one, take a look at it, see what you think it's like in the flesh would be the advice I would give here. These are heavier guns than you expect them to be. If this video has been of any help to you in the purchase, then a like and a subscribe is always welcome, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.